Well, friends, this is your navigation video for our summer course. Very important that you watch this because I'm going to give you an idea of how the course runs and show you exactly how to get the best out of it. Hopefully, you've already seen the welcome video, knowing why this course is so important for you. Again, rarely do you ever get to take a class that is just about you and your money and your future. So I do hope you put the right motivation into it. It's a summer class. It goes fast. Summer is a 4-week schedule. I have been teaching here quite a while. We used to have 6-week summers, then 5, now we're down to 4. So every week there will be assignments due, and there's something to do literally every day. So hope you will have that motivation. Again, it's not a government course. It's not a history course. We're not filling you with just dates and things that you're never going to remember or even apply in your life. More than likely, that everything in here is applicable to what we do every single day. So here's our technology statement. This is an online course. Hey, Captain Obvious right here. And you need to have very good computing hardware. You cannot do this course on a phone. If that's all you're using, I would suggest you drop immediately and find another way to another course to take, because I rely on a lot of different computer skills because you're going to need that in your career. You need a good desktop or a good laptop. Those are the two best ways to do it. A MacBook Pro, a PC laptop, or a standard desktop that has a lot of computing power and of course internet technology. iPads or tablets, that's on you. If you want to try those, they don't handle our learning management system very well. And you will need, a requirement for the course is to download Adobe Acrobat Reader. I have several, really multiple financial assignments that are going to use this Adobe Reader because it's a fillable forms. The great thing here is I've done all the heavy lifting for you. I have nice templates, financial templates, budgets, investments that all you have to do is put your numbers in and they will be calculated, and they will also be all the formatting done for these smaller financial assignments. So download that. These are free. You do not have to pay for it. I actually have an assignment that shows you exactly how to do that. Just want to get that off the top. One of my favorite motivational speakers is the great Jim Rohn. Perhaps you've heard of Tony Robbins. Motivational speaking, this was his mentor, and I love this. How to be successful. It's getting things done and getting things done on time. Fun little video for you to watch. Let's go to the syllabus. Now the syllabus is where you'll find all the course information here. If you ever need to call, that is my number. The best way to get me is email, of course. And just use your Canvas email, which is right over here. This will send messages to my phone and I will be able to contact you. I will try to respond to every email within 24 hours. And if it's a weekend email, that means if it's going to be on a Friday, it'll probably be a Monday morning before I get back to that. So if you have a question, let's email that up. Please do not, I know it's going to happen, but when you email at the last minute, like when an assignment's due and you can't find something, that's not good, my friends. We need to take action very quickly. And if there's any problems, I can help you early. I'm not going to be able to help you on the day an assignment is due. Here's our textbook. Great textbook. Oh my gosh, how do we get it? Well, it's in this link. It used to be called McGraw-Hill Connect. Well, they just changed it to McGraw-Hill Integration. When you click this link, it will go to something like this. Now, maybe more like this right in here. It'll say go to my section. Now I am looking at it from a faculty standpoint, so yours is going to look a little different. You will input your TCC email, and once you log in, you should be good. If for any reason it is asking you to pay, you already have paid for this in your tuition, something went wrong on McGraw-Hill's side. They have a workaround. It's called a 2-week free trial. Sign into the 2-week free trial, pardon me, and then email me back and said something was wrong, it made me pay, I can contact the publisher and they can fix that. That's about all I can do. If something else is wrong, a technical problem, then that's on your computing side, and on your McGraw-Hill, you'll have a list of help numbers or texting chat to call. Hopefully, I mean, I've already gone with the publisher. We've already relinked everything. Let's just hope everything works well. When you get there, again, it may look like this. What do I do? All I'm using this for is the ebook, and the ebook is very good. So when you launch the ebook, if I launch it right there, it's going to do exactly what we have here. It goes into the Personal Finance by Kapoor DeBlay Hughes. Well, this little bit right here, table of contents, there we go. Chapter 1, right in here. I have 2 major written assignments for units 1 and 2, and you will find your answers in the book. And so there we go. You'll just go along through this, and it's one of the best personal financial books out there. For personal finance, I've yet to see one better, and I think you'll like it. You even have an option, if you click around enough through here, that you could purchase the paper copy, and I think it's like $40. They'll send it to you. It's just it's a good one to have, my friends. We want to be as great as we possibly can when it comes to our money, because it's a crazy world out there. I think you read some of the introduction. Most college graduates are graduating with $40,000 worth of debt, and those interest rates are now at 9% for many loans. If you get a Parent Plus loan, it's at 9%. 9% doubles every 8 years. Wow, that means the balance can double very quickly. Credit card debt. We have $3,000 to $5,000 to $6,000 for the credit card debt for a college graduate. And those, my friends, those are 25 to 30 to 35% now. Crazy. Starting out, and we have a lot of debt and a lot of interest we're paying back. We want to be on the right side of the personal financial world, and that's what I hope to give you throughout this course. Here are the learning objectives. Again, we're getting goals. We're learning how to manage our money, understanding the kind of credit and debt we're going to need, understand how to pay off debt. Hopefully, homes and cars are going to be part of our process in life. We're going to buy those. And then we need to do more. We need to be more than a consumer, don't we? Buying cars, buying TVs, buying all sorts of great stuff on Amazon. How about being an owner of the new infrastructure of the AI world and technology world? So investing. We're going to look at risk, and we're going to look at building a personal investment strategy, and all the investment strategies will go right into your retirement strategies. I have really put a lot of focus on that as I have redone this course, because so many students have said, yes, great, I still don't understand investing, it still scares me, I think I'll just keep my money in a savings account. That's not investing, that's actually losing money. So I hope you're going to be excited when we come into the investment stage. Here is what we have. All right, you're going to complete the online orientation, which is watching the videos, completing the Start Here module, and there we go. Plan to spend up to 10 hours a week. Every hour you invest in this course, you're just going to be that much smarter, that much better in money. That's how I look at it. So spend as much time as you possibly can. This is a minimum. That way you can be consistent with assignments and with the readings and the understanding of what's going on. Well, it's a summer course, my friends, and late work. I always get this. I am getting a lot of feedback from our business advisory committees, which I'm a chair on. And they've said to us, we see a lot of college graduates. Now, this is UTD, TCU, UTA. This is just in the workforce. And when we give a project, they're not done on time. And they've asked us, what do you see the problem? And I know what the problem is. We have given way too much leniency on late work since the COVID era began. And many companies are not putting up with that anymore. They're firing quite a bit. So brand new college graduates have a tougher time. So we have to have a late work policy. Friends, I don't assign an assignment and give you 1 day to do it. They are open. Once the course starts, the modules are open. Module 1 opens. There's a little bit of a delay, but everything in Module 1, all of the assignments are open. So when this course goes live before the first day of class, all the Start Here module assignments are there. You can get them done. I will accept some late work. Now, we have discussion boards and quizzes. These are non-negotiable. They range somewhere between 5, 10, 25 points per assignment. I call those low-level assignments. Even the quizzes, because they are open day one and you have 3 attempts to do them. If you miss one, do not email me begging and asking for me to reopen it. You've had the time. Things will happen. I also have a degree in project management, and I can tell you that 90% of all problems will happen right before your deadlines are due. I've given you ample time to get most of this done in 1 or 2 days early. You could get some of these assignments done the first and second day of class and have great work. If you wait till the last minute, that's when the problems occur. So, non-negotiable, do not ask, just move on. It's very easy. Now, I have some higher level assignments. These are written projects. These are big. These are real big. And I have the financial assignments. That's the ones that are going to require Adobe Acrobat Reader. I will give you 24 hours past the due date. And it's a 20% penalty. There's no reason to have any penalties, my friends. Get the work done. That is the key to success. So, some late work, 24 hours is the max. Again, if we miss some of these major assignments, it's going to be very, very difficult to keep up in this class. Don't miss them. Technology, there we are again. I mentioned the very first part. I've said it right here. These are the things that you need. You will need internet access at all times. I know it's summer, and I know some of us are going to travel. That is wonderful. It's also a choice that we make. And so if we're making that choice, make sure you have internet access. If a student says, oh, I tried to get it done, but I was, at a place where I didn't have the access to submit on time. Well, you could have submitted earlier. You certainly could have. So I hope that clarifies that. Those are your requirements and your responsibilities. If an assignment is submitted incorrectly, then that's going to be a late work right in there. If you say, oh, I need to reassign that, I need to resubmit it. And it happens. Every assignment that I give has a instructional video to it. So I will walk you through everything. If you keep up and get the things done you need to, you're going to be great. More than great. You're going to learn some really life-changing personal finance for your career. Here's our conduct. Obviously, we have the netiquette since we are online. Let's keep everything professional. Plagiarism. Yes, we live in an AI world. You cannot use that on written projects, and I'm very good at finding out what AI is. So I can tell it in a minute. There we are. That is the Tarrant County College use of AI. Now we do have some of the financial projects that I'll show you, and on some of those you can use AI to find investments. That's fine, but not for our written projects. This will go through the Turnitin website. So we will have all of our projects through. Anything with a Turnitin of 50% or more will, and I show you how to find that. If you submit with 50% or more, it's an automatic failure right there. Okay, so let's not do that. This is your own words that you're writing in here. I go over it again. This is a gloss over of the course. I go in depth on every assignment for you. Great, there we are. No AI on the written projects. Wonderful. Learn it ourselves so we can have a great understanding. Here are the course grades. So here's what it looks like. We have an orientation quiz. I'm giving you 15 points right off the bat. There's our tech readiness assignment. That tells me you've downloaded the correct version of Adobe Acrobat Reader for free, and you know how to utilize that in the fillable forms. 15 points. We have 4 discussion board topics. We get to chat with each other about finances. It's really good. 40 points. 2 major written projects at 200 points apiece. These are big. We need to get these in on time. 400 points. We have 3 quizzes. All right. Each quiz is open the day that the module opens, and you have about a week to get that done, and you have 3 attempts. only 25 points apiece, 75 total. I have the projects right here. So we're going to do a quick budget. We have a debt snowball assignment. That's how to get rid of debt. We have a stock portfolio, how to invest in stocks and how you're going to pick them. We have an ETF portfolio, that's exchange traded funds. We have a mutual fund investing assignment. These are all 40 points apiece. We have a REIT. REIT is a real estate investment trust. All of these types of investments were great in a retirement fund for you, for your 401ks, which I hope you have or will have, for your Roth individual retirement accounts. You'll be able to utilize every bit of this. We have a capstone investing assignment. That means putting it all together. So the total points are 825, and these are the grades. Gold, silver, bronze. Let's have nothing lower than that, my friends. The only way you get this, in my opinion, is you don't do the work correctly or you don't do it at all. I've not designed this to be a hard class. I've designed this to be a class that you can easily comprehend and do well in, because I want you to. I really do. Here we are. The modules. Planning your financial future is the first one. The culture of debt and purchasing is the second. And investments and completing that financial plan is module 3. So we have a little bit over a week per module, so you're going to have to work very efficiently, my friends. This is not a class to wait till an hour before the assignments due and do it. If you're doing that, then you're going to get nothing out of the course, and you're kind of wasting everybody's time. That's the best I can put that. Here's your actual course organizer. All right, these are our due dates. Okay, so I'm hoping that you're actually looking at this video before June 1st, because it will be open before June 1st, at least this video. And you've gotten these two done, so when June 1st comes and this module opens up, you're ready to attack all of that. We have a discussion board, we have our budget, we have a quiz, we have a project. So there we are right here. We go right into module 2. Again, the culture of debt. We have a couple of discussion boards, the quiz, debt snowball, project 2. And on 3, this is our investing portfolios that we are going to create. So we'll have a much better idea of the world of investing when you leave this class. When someone says, hey, show me an emerging technology exchange traded fund that you could put into a Roth IRA, you're going to be telling people about that, and you're going to be telling people how to do it. That's what I hope. Attendance. All right. Yes, we take attendance, especially for financial aid students. Here's the way attendance is done in an online course. Every assignment is your attendance. If I miss my orientation quiz and I don't do the tech readiness assignment, I'm already down 2. And that will probably be recorded as never attending the class, because there's special dates that our system looks at. And if you haven't attended a class or completed an assignment before that date, your financial aid is taken away. If you're on financial aid, that's it. If you're not on financial aid, then don't worry about it. But if you are on financial aid, you need to do these assignments. There we go, right in here. So all of these will be the criteria for attendance. Read through the rest of this, my friends. Probably the most important communication are our class announcements and the emails I send. Now, most class announcements will go out as an email, but check your course every day. So this is how I keep up with you. I try to tell you when things are due, but you know when things are due, because I have it right here, every due date. And so does the assignments themselves. All right, I will do this. When you write me, let's get this done. The most important business skill that you're going to have is really your ability to communicate with written communication. So when you email me, if you have a question, please put BUSI 1307 Personal Finance and put the section number. It's either 86001 or 86002, depending on when you're taking this. I'm teaching multiple finance courses over the summer. That way I know I can get to your question very quickly. Have good communication through there as well. Tell me exactly what you need, and again, give me the time to do it. If you are emailing me on the day an assignment's due, I'm not going to get back with you. I can't, for one thing. I'm just too busy. And usually these come about an hour before the assignment's due. So get to it early. So if you have a question like day 1, day 2, I can walk you through that. Most of the questions occur because a student did not watch my instructional video. If you'll watch the instructional videos, 99% of questions will be answered. If a link is broken, obviously that's something different. So watch those videos, my friends. Here we are, breathing. Whew. All right, it's just day 1, and maybe before day 1. Here's what we need to do. Focus on what's at hand. The best way to succeed in a college course is what is directly in front of me. I may have a discussion board for the week. I'm going to have a quiz. I'm going to have a project I need to be working on. I'm going to work on a question a day, and my other financial projects, working on them little bits at a time. You don't have to complete it all at once unless you're waiting till the last minute. Nice and easy, my friends. Open the brain, open the mind. This is a course that you've never taken before. Nothing like it, and you'll never get another one like it, because this is you and your finances and creating your own financial plan, creating an ability to create wealth. I think that is absolutely awesome. As I always say, I think it's the most important course you ever get to take. You begin to build a positive relationship with your money, proactive emergency funds, healthy credit score, eliminating debt, systematically investing for the future. You have a great feeling of contentment and peace in the world of finances. So let's make that a great semester, my friends. That is our orientation. So let me walk you. We already know how to get our book. Great. Here's our modules. So please walk through all of this. Again, the big thing we need to do, I hope you do it before day 1, is get your Adobe Acrobat set up right here. Now, if you've never downloaded Adobe Acrobat Reader, I have multiple tutorials. If you're a Chromebook, there you go. If you're a MacBook or Mac, there you are. If you're a PC, there you are. I did find something on iPads. iPads are the trickiest. So again, if that's your role, that's you're going to have to own that and understand how to put your reader on. And the reader is free, my friends. As I'll mention in the next videos of how to do some of these assignments, Adobe will say, would you like a subscription? It's a 20-day free trial or a 10-day free trial. No, you just want Adobe Acrobat Reader. That's really all you need. They'll always try to get you, as any company does, to sign up for Acrobat. That is the pro version, and that's a little costly. If you want to do that, great, because I think you're going to be using that throughout your career, but you do not need to. This will suffice. Other PDF readers like Preview on Mac or Google PDF do not allow the fillable forms, and that's what we need. So this is why you will need Adobe Acrobat Reader. What I've done here is I've gone in and gone very basic how to set up your file management for an online course. You want all of your files on your computer, not in a Google Drive or somewhere else. Put them on your computer, and this will show you how to set up your files to get the best out of an online course. And I also show you how to submit projects. So again, if you'll watch this first day and week, you'll be great. There's our tech readiness again, instructional video. There is your fillable forms template. You download that once you have your Adobe Acrobat Reader, and there you are. It'll tell you exactly the rest of the instructions, and we've got a good 15 points right there. And then there is your orientation quiz. So giving you this right off the bat for our first module, and then, my friends, you go into Unit 1. When you go in here, again, if you'll go down sequentially, you'll get the best out of this course. Here's my welcome to everyone right in here. This is what we need to do, okay? These are the chapters that are assigned, 1 through 5 in the textbook for deliverables for the first unit, or first module, however you want to call that. These are the things that we're going to do right in here. I have multiple sources for you. So I've actually created videos. So if you love my voice, and I hope you do, But you want to know, if I was taking Professor Saleh's class, what would it be like? Well, this is what it would be like. This will help you watch the videos and read the book. So this is a lecture. It's a screen recording just like I'm doing now. And I also have a PowerPoint. If you want to go along with that, you're more than welcome to download that and keep it. But this would be for the first unit, and I have these for every unit. So it's more than just a course that's all text and says, here, do this, drill down 1, 2, 3. I actually show you on everything how to do it, and an overview of the world of finance. We come into that. If you like notes, I've got notes for you. You can load those down as a PDF. And then we're coming into personal financial websites. So every module will be very similar. And then we're probably coming right into our first one. So here's our discussion board 1, introductions and networking. Just let's get to introduce each other. When you're ready to reply, you reply and you post yours. So they're 10 points apiece, and they're going to be 4 of these this semester. And so 10 points, 6 points for your response, 2 points for at least 2 students. That's the maximum right there. If I just do my own response, I get 6 points. If I do my own response on another student, 8 points. I do 2, 10. And again, these need to be, man, at least 150 words and 100 words. And you can't say, hey, dude, that was fantastic. I love you. Again, we're gonna get some really good insight from each other, because we have all sorts of diversity in this course, different ages. Some are just starting their career, some are starting and still in college, and some have been in a career for 10, 20 years. And so it's a great bank of wealth that we have for each other like that. There's our discussion board. You can always hit the next button. Here is the Module 1 quiz. When you're ready to do it, it will say Start Quiz. And you have 60 minutes. Again, these are 25 points. I give you 3 times. I always suggest what you may want to do is on day 1, just do the first one. Just see where you are. At least you have a score in there, and then you'll get better. But at least gives you an idea of what we're going over. Every question, every assignment, every project in this course is designed to increase your personal financial acumen and get better at it. It's nothing, it's not who did something in the 1840s. Nothing like that. It's how to get you better. So I hope you like that, my friends. Easy money budget, there we are. Another video for you. So walk again. As you look at these, you'll go all the way through it. First step, watch the video. Second step, all right? Download that. At this point, you've already got this, your Acrobat Reader. So you're gonna download the budget template. I have everything in here for you to do. And as you'll see, I'm giving you a case right in here of your take-home pay. So you do not need to use your own money, your own ideas. I have everything for you. I've done all the work, my friends, for it, so you can get better. These are, right here, a grading rubric. So it tells you exactly what I'm looking for. How great is that? As we go in, and I'll go down one more time, not to get you too dizzy here. And for units 1 and 2, we have the big projects in here. Planning personal finances. Again, an instructional video. I tell you how to format it. This has to be business formatting. I tell you how to write it. I tell you how to research it, where to look for it. I've got it for you. Now this is a Word file, so this does not have the template. So hopefully you have Microsoft Word. If you're using anything else, like Google Docs or Pages, you will need to convert it, and you can very easily, to a Microsoft Word. The only format that I accept is a Microsoft Word, or if it has been formatted to a PDF. That's fine. These will go through Turnitin, so it will actually go through a database on that. And again, there's the assignment. You'll download that, but I show you everything where? Right in the instructional video. So I step everything out for you, so you don't have to wonder what's going on. Where I see the big breakdown on students who get very confused are the students who will start it the day it's due. And they have not even opened their book yet. They have not done their PDFs. Well, of course, on this one, you really don't need the PDF as much as you need the Word, as you need a word processing. So it's Microsoft Word. which of course you can get right through from Microsoft Education. Go through those steps. We give every student that whole Microsoft suite for free while they're a TCC student, but you'll need to go through that to get it. It's when they try to do this at the last minute. That's where all the problems come in. If you're doing this every day, a little bit of something, you're going to be great. It's going to be great. There's our culture of debt. Again, you're going to see the same type of structure right in here. Discussion boards, the quiz, the debt snowball strategy. Oh, this is a great way to eliminate debt, my friends. Debt is killing the American family. $60,000, $70,000 worth of consumer debt. That's just cars and credit card. And those are not wealth building assets. Those are wealth draining liabilities. When we get into this unit, we're teaching ourselves how to create wealth building assets. And so those are the great portfolios that you're going to build. And that wraps up the course at the end right in here. So it's going to be quick, 4 weeks, not a lot of time to mess around, but it's going to be fun. My hope is that when you finish, you're going to really understand the world of personal finances that much better. And we're going to start building. It's going to take time, isn't it? You take the course, you don't become inherently wealthy afterward, but you lay down the steps to do that. I'm glad you're taking the class. Hope it's going to be enjoyable for you, so let's make it a great semester.